everybody. This is Dr. Kevin Novak, and today I'm going to show you how to make a noisy drain into a dead silent drain. Very easy without using valves, ball valves, gate valves, or anything like that that can add extra expense and break down. It seems like every time I've used a ball valve or gate valve, they've broken because they're not really meant for aquarium use. So I stayed away from them, as you can see. I made a quick disconnect, but no ball valves or gate valves. Anyway, the way to do it is make a reducer onto your pipe. Because you have a 1-inch pipe, the noise will be so loud because the pump cannot pump enough water to fill up a 1-inch pipe, and therefore the water is going to be cascading down into the pipe and not filling it up like a siphon would, like a canister filter. So because you have water trickling down through the pipe, it makes a lot of noise. So what I'm going to show you is how to make reducer caps. All you do is get end caps for your 1-inch pipe, as you can see right here, as I'm showing you. That is a 7/16 hole that I drilled into the end cap. And what you do is you start out smaller, like with a 3/8 hole, and drill a 3/8 hole. Then you go through step drills to open up the hole. But first you have to try it out for your size pump and determine how big that hole has to be in order to cause a continuous siphon. In other words, the whole pipe's going to fill up with water. And in this case, this aquarium, with the pump that it comes with, takes a 7/16 hole. That's about a 62% reduction from the 1-inch hole. And this hole then causes the pipe to back up and fill up full of aquarium water, and then because of that, it becomes a continuous siphon. And with the pressure of the water going through that 1-inch pipe, it equals to the amount of water going in to the weir that is being pumped out from your pump and back into the aquarium. So it's not complicated at all. Start out with a smaller drill. You drill a hole in the cap, try it out. If the hole's too small, you will notice that the weir will fill up full of water and it will make all kinds of noise. If the hole is too big, then it will drain too fast and it will make all kinds of noise. So I'm going to plug it in and let you hear it for yourself. Right now we're waiting for the air to purge out of the drain pipe. And then once all the air is out, then it will be dead silent. So there you have it. Now it is dead silent. The only reason I have the blue cap on there is because it splashes going into the 2215 canister filter. But you can do the same thing if your outlet goes directly into the sump. It works just as well. It doesn't have to be covered no more than about 1/4 of an inch of water. This one, as you can see, has barely any water covering the pipe. It really is coming out very forceful. But what had happened is, as the pipe fills up and you have gravity forcing the water down, it will equalize to the pump that's pumping inside of your weir. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether the pipe has a cap on it, using a dorso, it doesn't matter if you're using a siphon. The whole principle is all the same. You're basically having the outlet match the inlet. And once that happens, you will come up with a dead silent outlet pipe, and you don't have to worry about adjustments. I've already had 3 Omano shrimp go through this pipe and be expelled into the 2215 canister filter, and I just netted them out and put them back in the tank because it has a round hole. You can imagine if those same Omano shrimp went through and I was using, let's say, a ball valve that has a sliver, like a moon sliver, those shrimp would have never made it. They would have been torn up and jammed up the ball valve or the gate valve. But with a round hole, they're able to be expelled as long as they're not as large as that. And since I'm on YouTube and I've talked about plenum systems, I think I'll do a quick test just to see if I have any nitrates or any nitrites, so everyone can take a look how well the plenum is working. As I told you in my earlier videos, plenums do work, and we'll be able to see if this one works. But basically, the only thing you can hear now is the pumps running and the splashing from the motors that are internal inside the sump. But once the doors are closed, I don't hear anything at all. So that's how simple this whole thing really is. There's so many people having problems with these valves, and the valves don't work right because the valves are very easy to get clogged with anything. Algae, a snail, a shrimp can get in there. You'll never know what's clogging it, and all of a sudden you have no idea why you're not running it right, your outlet pipe, and why it starts making noise. I have unplugged this several times, taken it apart, put it back together. As you can see, it's pretty much a no-brainer. Just put a reducer on it. Just start out with a smaller hole, hook it up, get the pump running, see how it goes, drill it to the next size up. That's 15 thousandths of an inch. This one uses 7/16, and just keep stepping it by 15 thousandths of an inch, which is about 3.5 human hairs is what you're taking out of that. So you're really stepping it by very, very minute amounts, and it is extremely quiet. And that's it. I don't know why so many people on YouTube are having problems with their sumps making so much noise. It only means your pump going into your weir and the water going out needs to be equalized, and this is the way to do it. And you always put it at the very bottom, not at the top. You don't put a gate valve up at the top. You put it at the very bottom like I got here. So now you have a full-fledged siphon, a full siphon, and that's exactly what you want. It's almost acting like now a canister filter. What's going into the aquarium is equalized with what's coming out of the aquarium with the reducer cap, the reduction cap that you could see here. It really, really forcefully shoots the water out. So the only thing I can say is you shouldn't have a problem at all with this. I did it. I experimented with it. I set the tank up on a Saturday. By Sunday, I quieted it down, and I was basically just done that quick without all the added expense. These end caps cost nothing but 69 cents, 79 cents a piece. So buy yourself a few of them. If you oversize the hole, don't worry about it. Grab a new cap, and now you know to go to the next size under. But drill ream it. That keeps the drills more to size. And you can buy a set of SAE drill. This year SAE drills come in metric, SAE, and what they call number drills. This is SAE. So you people who are watching this who are used to metric, you can get metric drills, and you can do the same exact thing with metric. You just have to figure out what metric drill will work best, just like we use our 7/16 SAE drills. So in this case, it takes a matter of a little bit of experimenting, because you're going to have to take the drain pipe on and off, on and off. And in the photo, you also see my reactor, my CO2 reactor. It's working perfectly. I put a filter sponge on the end of it, and that basically silence, or what should I say, the micro bubbles it reduced by over 95% going into the tank, so you're not getting that 7-Up look, and it makes it work better. But in this photo, or in this video right here, it shows you how fast that water's coming out. And if you put your hand underneath it, it really is pouring out very, very fast. So if anything gets in there, a snail or anything, if it can fit through that hole, it's just going to expel it right out into your sump, and you'll never have a problem. Because remember, this is a hole, not a sliver. Slivers can wind up catching leaves and everything else. I've sent snails through it just to test it out. No problem. I even put marbles in it. Try to get your ball valve and put some marbles in there and see if it goes through. No, it's going to clog up. With this, as long as the marbles will fit through the hole, guess what? They're going through. Ball bearings, guess what? It'll go through. This ends the problem with the sump being noisy, and you can use it anyway. I use it with the dorsal pipe, and the dorsal pipe's been designed so it turns into a full siphon, but you can use it with anything at all. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helps. If you have any questions, just put them down in the comments. And until next time, goodbye.